Welcome back. The Real TV Critics' Choice Awards aired on Sunday on VH1. It was such a thrill to be there in person and to interview some of my favorite reality stars. And one of those being the star of Bar Rescue, the amazing and tell it like it is, Mr. Jon Taffer. We talked about his brand new spin-off show, Marriage Rescue, and his Real TV nomination. Take a look. Jon, so good to meet you. Ozarks, Fox, KRBK. I want to say, first of all, I feel like I know you because all I've seen on TV today were promos for Marriage Rescue. All day long, I was getting ready for this event, and I was seeing you on my TV. Why Marriage Rescue? Why marriage now?
It just sort of evolved. You know, Bar Rescue, the best parts of Bar Rescue were married couples that were in struggle, even brothers and sisters. So I found that business was so personal with these couples that I had to solve their personal issues before I can approach their professional issues. So it was almost a logical progression, even though it doesn't necessarily seem that way. I also learned how personal business is, but I learned how business marriage can be.
Ah, similar.
Well, sure, the #1 cause of divorce is financial issues. So, I mean, there's an accountability to both, a responsibility to both, whether it's your professional life or your personal life. And I'm very comfortable in this role, helping people, and it was quite an endeavor. I can't wait till everybody sees it.
I'm excited to see it. Were you nervous, though, that maybe some of your advice would blow up? Is there any tease you can give us about something coming that you didn't even see coming in one of the episodes?
Oh, yes, I had a couple walk out.
What'd you do?
Get in the cars and leave. In essence, you know, the husband and I got into a very, very loud screaming match, and I'm fighting for his wife, who he's degrading, and I'm saying, give her dignity, and I'm fighting, and he didn't want to give her dignity, so they literally walked out and got in the car. This is very real. I pulled out lie detectors on people. I stole telephone passwords on people. This is aggressive. I have 4 days to solve their marriage. Some of them have been married 9, 10, 12 years. They have 3, 4 kids. This is serious business.
Wow.
And I went at it just that way.
And you didn't have any trepidations about doing this new concept on what you were kind of doing already? No trepidations about that?
No, I didn't. I read a few books, and I wanted to learn what a traditional marriage therapist would do. I still did it my way, but understanding therapeutic processes and things helped me, certainly.
Right.
So I respect what they do, but I went about it very, very differently.
Right. And of course, you're here tonight because you're nominated. Were you excited when you found out about the nomination? This is the inaugural event. You're one of the inaugural nominees. That's got to be exciting.
Incredibly exciting. This is about as good as it gets from a personal feeling standpoint.
Well, I want to wish you the best of luck tonight and best of luck with Marriage Rescue. It looks fantastic.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Thank you so much. Thank you. He was so kind, so engaging when we were talking. He made me feel like I was the only person in that crowded red carpet line. His new show, Marriage Rescue, actually premiered the same night we were there at the Critics' Choice Real TV Awards. So, Marriage Rescue is 2 episodes in now, and wow, this show is intense. And like Jon just said, he's taking the same no-nonsense approach that he does in Bar Rescue, and he really wants to help these married couples that are on the verge of splitting up. He wants to help them stay together, work through whatever issues they might be facing. So, in Marriage Rescue, Jon invites 2 married couples per episode to a 5-star resort in Puerto Rico, and he really puts their relationship to not just one test, but multiple tests over the course of the episode, and he really tries to get to the root of the couple's issues. From infidelity and trust issues to domineering and degrading personalities, Jon is really tackling the issues that a lot of marriages are facing, and I'm telling you, they're very relatable to anyone who's in a relationship. I know personally I could identify with some of these issues. It was hitting close to home. And it should come as no shock that when counseling these couples, Jon will call out the person, or should I say, shut it down, if they aren't being anything but truthful with him. And in true Jon Taffer style, he might raise his voice a few times. He might use a few choice words, but every time he's speaking the truth. Throughout each episode of Marriage Rescue, Jon sends the couples out with several series of tests and challenges. Then at the end of the episode, he asks the couples to make new promises to each other. And whether that promise be keeping the past in the past to move forward, or maybe even deciding that, hey, this relationship isn't working out, you need to move on. But as Jon said before, he is no marriage counselor. He has no personal training in this particular field, in the professional training, and I think that's exactly why this show works, because viewers love when Jon says what we're all wishing we could say. Or maybe he's saying exactly what we're yelling at the TV to the couple from our living rooms. In episode 2, I found myself literally so mad at this guy. I was yelling at the TV with Jon, and it was actually the couple that left that Jon was talking about. It was so frustrating. I think the show is a great companion piece to Bar Rescue. It does what any good television show should do. It has conflict, it has heart, it has solutions, and of course it has a great host, Jon Taffer. I also personally found it to be a very reflective show. Okay, what I mean by this is it makes you realize how good you got it in your own relationship, or it can help you realize, hey, you might need to give Jon a call for your own marriage rescue. It really kind of puts things in perspective. Now, the only thing I'm wishing and hoping and praying for at the end of the first season of Marriage Rescue is a follow-up show. I want to see how many of these couples are actually still together, or maybe they're not together anymore. I'm curious to see the follow-up. Marriage Rescue airs Sunday nights at 10/9 Central on the Paramount Network, or you can catch up on all the episodes on demand. You can go to ParamountNetwork.com. I really enjoyed the show. The conflict is real. It really makes you appreciate your life and your spouse, and it maybe makes you think, hey, we need to get into some counseling. I love Jon Taffer, and on a personal side note, I do want to give a huge shout-out to Jon's wife, Nicole Taffer, who I adore. I got to chat with her on the red carpet before Jon made his way down the red carpet. She is an awesome lady. We've been sending messages on Instagram. So Nicole Taffer, huge shout out from the Ozarks. We love you. I love this show. It's so much fun. If you like Bar Rescue, I actually started binging Bar Rescue again just to watch episodes because I loved it so much. And then go into Marriage Rescue. I think this is going to be a hit. And you can't go wrong with Jon Taffer. He's so blunt, but he speaks the truth, and he does it in a really great way. So I say, you gotta watch Marriage Rescue. Kelly, I'm curious to know if these types of shows are something you're interested in. Do you like watching marriage counseling type shows?
I like what's real. I like what's real. So I think this would be something I would like to watch. I like that he is sincere and he is truly trying to help. It's not like these people are going to a marriage counselor where they feel like they're going to be, somebody's going to take one side or the other. You know what I'm saying? And it's communication is the deal. And you could be saying the same things and just missing what the other person's saying. I think, honestly, each person needs to work on themselves. That makes them a better person to be in a relationship. But I love what he's doing. I think it's extremely entertaining. And just like I like real stories, I love this idea.
And that's what I like about him. He's very blunt and to the point. He just says what he's thinking.
Right.
And what I'm finding, too, with the shows is I don't know how somebody does get over infidelity and the trust.
Right.
On the first episode, it was trust or bust. Because that's a very hard thing to overcome. When somebody's betrayed your trust, it's very hard to move on. The couples at the end of the first episode have said, let's put the past in the past. But again, easier said than done.
Well, and that's going to go on to the person who was doing the wrong thing, that it's up to them mostly to make that person feel safe.
Correct.
Right? So they've got a big job ahead to prove to them that they're not going to do that again. So that's up to that person. But that person you were mad at, that guy, I have a feeling he's got a whole lot of issues, and he don't even know it. That's the whole thing.
It was very frustrating to watch Kelly, because I just felt he was degrading his wife and just keeping her under his thumb.
Right.
And it made my skin crawl.
I would say he has control. I'm just guessing, control issues. And when someone comes off angry, they're really fearful of something.
It's so true. It's a really great show, and Jon Taffer really has a great heart. He really wants to help people.
Yes, thanks, Jared.
All right. Don't go anywhere. More fun on Ozarks Fox AM right after this. Yeah, I was yelling at the TV.
Yeah.
So I was like, you're a jerk! He really was.
Stop treating her that way.
I felt so bad.